Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're having an amazing day and Happy New Year, everybody. So, my name is Anthony. I'm the head of engagement at Polyhedra, and welcome to the very first show of 2025. Now, before we take a look at what is sure to be an incredibly exciting year ahead, I'd like to take a brief look back at 2024. Over the past year, Polyhedra has made significant strides in both zero-knowledge machine learning and blockchain innovations, from launching brand new AI data solutions to zero-knowledge advancements that continue to capture the entire industry's attention. Across a broader landscape, we've seen AI become increasingly entrenched in all of our everyday lives, and the demand for verifiable trust and transparent data handling are really at an all-time high. So today's episode, the third in our series, we'll be taking a look at the roadmap for Polyhedra in 2025, the big leaps forward that we're planning, the milestones we're aiming to hit, and of course the transformational possibilities that this tech brings to the worlds of AI and blockchain. So I'm really excited about this episode. We have had an immense amount of questions from our community already, and we're definitely set to start the year off with two of the best in the business. Joining us today, two guys who have been absolutely instrumental in shaping and bringing this vision to life. We have Sam, our CMO. He'll be sharing how Polyhedra's next wave of innovation will be brought to the world and what this means for our growing community. And of course, TC, our co-founder and brilliant tech lead. He'll be pulling back the curtain on the cutting edge advancements that will really be set to define the coming year. So, without further ado, I'll hand it over to Sam and TC to kick off the new year by taking a look at what's next on the horizon for Polyhedra and the future of intelligence. Hello.
Hey, thanks, Tony, man. Great introduction. Good morning. Good morning. It's on Eastern time, so good morning, afternoon, and evening to everyone. Happy 2025. Today, really happy to be with my collaborator TC to take us through the roadmap. We thought the best way to do this would be to take you through the core technologies one by one. And given their TC's inventions, I will ask him about them, and then you guys can shoot some questions back, and we can do some giveaways. So, good evening, TC. Happy New Year, man.
Happy New Year, and Sam and everyone.
Great.
Yeah, it's great to have a show with you.
Yeah, it's great to see you. Great to see you. So, yeah, the roadmap. So just some context. Our roadmap's available through our main website now. We're very excited about it. Lots of developments and advancements that we feel will be incredibly important to the AI, ZK, and greater blockchain ecosystem. The first core technology that we're going to talk on today is ZK PyTorch. TC, what exactly is ZK PyTorch in simpler terms?
Well, ZK PyTorch, I think the most simple term is you can turn any AI model using this compiler into a zero-knowledge proof enabled AI model. Yeah.
Great, and why is that important?
Yeah, because we can with ZK proof, we can basically prove that the AI model is working honestly, correctly, and is working responsibly. So everything, also without leaking any information underlying the model and or underlying the data. So everything will work as expected, and if anything bad happens, or it will automatically resolve on chain. And it's also important to have a ZK machine learning due to the ZK property that we can keep everything private, so any third party can confidently using their model to analyze on some private data set. Yeah. So this basically
nice.
enables, yeah, go ahead. This basically enables for example, data marketplace, for example, data analysis without actually leaking the private data itself.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. And seems like a very key component for developers across AI to integrate with us.
Yeah.
How does it marry zero knowledge proof and ML framework? Can you describe that process from a technical level?
Yeah, from technical level. So we take the original model or whatever you code, for example, Torch code, PyTorch code you write, and we go through. We feed them into an AI compiler, for example, XLA, or they do some optimization of it, and after that we cut off the AI compilation process, and we just take the whatever intermediate representation it generates and use our own compiler, it's called ZK PyTorch, to transform it into ZK language, into proof language. So it's basically it's a combination of AI compiler and our own zero-knowledge proof compiler.
Understood. No, thank you for explaining that. And how does ZK PyTorch reduce ZKML development time so drastically? We went through ZKML on our show 1, which is another core technology. Can you please explain how that fits into the ZKML track?
So basically, you don't need to waste time, or you don't need to waste time to develop customize a circuit, or you don't need to waste time to learn some technical aspect of zero-knowledge proofs, where you can just directly feed your model or your code into our compiler, and we will do it for you. So we can enable every single AI developer who has concern over integrity or over privacy, and directly put them into our ecosystem without any additional work for them.
No, thank you. Thank you so much for explaining that. Can you just touch on why speed is so important for this process?
Well, speed is kind of a threshold. It's not quite, I don't think it's quite important, but you have to pass a threshold. For example, in private work, it's like 1,000 times slower, or even 10,000 times slower. It takes like days or even weeks to generate a proof for every single token. It's just simply not acceptable. And if you can somehow manage it to bring this time down to several seconds or even several minutes, then it will be acceptable, and it passes the threshold of practical usage. Then after you pass the threshold, the speed is not so important.
So when you started researching this in 2018, what are the improvements in speed from then to now?
Well, it's quite engineering effort. So we after 2018, we have also published several paper about that. We improved over the computation model, improved over how we implement it, and for example, multi-threading, and we kind of also improved how we deal with distributed computing. And after all of these papers, we also come up with a compiler, which I think is more exciting, and it can help developers to develop circuit faster, and at the same time, it can help us to reduce the time to compute. It's actually an amazing product. Amazing research and an amazing product. Yeah.
No, amazing, man. And what kind of industries do you see benefiting most from ZK PyTorch?
I would say every single industry in AI, I mean, they all need integrity and they all need verifiability. You cannot have a AI in the wild where it can do anything malicious without even finding who is responsible for that. And you can, for example, you also cannot have your private data unprotected on the internet, where if a private data is not protected, and it immediately become useless, or immediately become valueless, I should say, no value for it. So we need to protect the value of the data, and we need to protect human from unsafe AI.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense, and is clearly so important to the development of AI. I'm speaking of trust and secure development. Let's move into the aspect of our roadmap that's closely tied to AI ethics, proof of intelligence. Proof of intelligence seems like, from my understanding, that it's heavily rooted about trust in AI. Can you please summarize proof of intelligence, or POI, what it means, and how it's an important feature of our roadmap?
Yeah, sure. So it's quite a large, wide concept. It's involving every single piece in AI. For example, verifying the model's origin, authenticity, or integrity. For example, you should, in some critical workload, you may only want authenticated model to work on that. You don't want some maliciously modified model. So the verifying the originality or integrity of the model is important in that kind of workload. And it's also important to protect, for example, creators' intellectual property, or also important to protect data privacy. So it's a general concept that how ZKML can benefit AI industry, and basically we can enable much safer AI usage in the future.
No, that makes a lot of sense, especially around the malicious tampering and IP theft. What do you think is the importance of verifying AI model provenance? Like, why is that so important as we move into the future?
Yeah, sure. So it's like, it's because when you use some AI model, you pay for a price, right? When you usually we want our money to be worth. For example, you don't want you pay $1 and you want to get $1 of quality. You don't want those AI developers to use a $0.1 AI model to just cheat you, right? And on the other hand, for some critical mission, you have to use the original model or authenticated model. You pretty much you don't want any modification to it happen, malicious or not malicious. Yeah.
Now that makes sense. So that must have a crucial role in the quality of AI agent output, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. That makes sense. It's like, what proof of intelligence fundamentally does is let the user and the developer know that it's verifying the model's origin, that's authentic and has integrity.
Right.
Yeah, great. Clearly, we know this. We talk about it all day in internal meetings and externally, that trust and verifiability is a big part of our vision. Let's talk about, in the roadmap, there's a real practical application that we've touched on, and that's the AI data marketplace. You know how much I love this product. You and I have workshopped this many a moon. Can you explain why, just a general question, why do you think data marketplaces are going to be so relevant moving forward?
I think that's because the model or the consumer of the data is actually become more and more mature. So all of this data can be moved from private place to actually to for example contribute to the AI development or contribute to the industry, because the consumer tool is the data consumer tool is ready in 2025. You can feed your data into a big language model, or you can feed your data into some other models, maybe smaller models. All of them can help improving the performance of AI systems and ultimately serving the whole society, whole human society. So I think in 2025, the breaking point is we have more and more mature tools for consuming data. Yeah.
No, that makes sense. Thanks for explaining that. And why us? I've seen a lot of other groups and organizations looking to kind of push their version of a data marketplace. Why is it important that ZKML, ZK PyTorch, and our other infra contributes to making our AI data marketplace?
Yeah, I think this marketplace is all about credibility and responsibility. So you have to, so in the classical marketplace, you have to trust the other party that providing good quality of whatever you buy, for example, food. You have to trust them, right? And in many cases, they are not trustworthy. They sell you some garbage stuff that you don't even know. It's the same thing in data marketplace, where it's quite where you need to trust. In classical data marketplace, you need to trust the data provider that will provide high quality data for you. And it's also important for the data provider that you need to make sure you can receive money after you send a piece of data to them. So this kind of mutual trust is very weak, because you don't, up before you actually purchase the data, you don't even know who is the provider, right? So this kind of trust is weak, and it's weak enough so most transaction won't happen, because we don't trust each other. And ZKP can remove this trust requirement, so you don't need to trust the other party. You can just verify it. You can just verify that data quality without they deliver that data to you. So with ZK, you can protect the seller from data stealing. That you, during the verification process, you don't need to actually, the buyer don't need to actually access any piece of the data. For the buyer's perspective, they can make sure that they get good quality data, without even need any trust.
No, that's super interesting, and I know we're going to touch on it later, but a lot of community have asked around the barriers of entry to work with us, and this is a product that really anyone with computing power can connect with, right? It's fundamentally just like Uber or Airbnb. If you have an asset,
go ahead.
I was saying, if you have a computer with some excess power, you can trade. Is that fundamentally correct?
Right. If you have your own computer, and you have most people will have a chance to trade their own the value data to make some profit.
Yeah, and as the future, can you maybe just touch on, to close this bit, I've seen a lot with, say, Sam Altman and OpenAI raising trillions of dollars, based around the fact the world needs computing power. Do you agree with that? Do you agree with that's where it's going? It seems like the underlying missing gap at the moment is access to a global feed of computing and data. Is that the right lines of where we think it's going internally?
Right. We believe that it's both in the future, computing power and data itself is the most important piece in the internet. And we are going to build a great platform for these two to trade. Yeah.
No, I like that. I was, just an anecdote. Obviously, a lot of people are comparing the Industrial Revolution to the kind of AI, and it all comes down to electricity. Like the Industrial Revolution was built on electricity.
Yeah.
The AI revolution has to be built on compute, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Compute.
Nice, man. Sorry.
Compute and brain power. Yeah.
Compute and brain power. I like it. All right, that's good. I mean, this is something, guys, community, we're going to touch on a lot more, because it is a product that we feel is a low barrier to entry, and that's a very important piece of our roadmap. All right, now let's talk about another, very interesting piece of the roadmap, and that's expanded proof of stake, or XPOS. We're really trying to redefine staking with ZK Bridge technology, our legacy research. Can you walk us through how this works, and why we feel this is a game changer?
Well, I think it makes this technology makes money more efficient in the blockchain, because right now we are facing a fragmented blockchain world, and it's the next generation of how we utilize staking on the blockchain world. So through our bridging technology, and ZK bridging is quite important, because you don't want any piece of code. If you look at classical bridge, they're community based. This bridge itself needs staking. So it doesn't make sense to run a staking protocol over a staking protocol where money efficiency is lost. So and Omnichain, we through our API, through our platform, we can offer Omnichain experience where you don't actually care which chain are you located at, which chain your money located at. So
this is super important for everyone from retail traders to businesses operating on chain, right? Like this can really underpin cross-chain liquidity.
Right.
Yeah. No, really, really interesting, man. I like the roadmap, and it's been intentional that obviously there's high level developer tools, but then down to the retail trader or participant in blockchain really benefit from. Before we get into Q&As, let's address single slot finality. I know you're big on this. Can you please explain single slot finality and why that's a really key, a heavy discussion point in tech circles, and what we're doing to address this?
Yeah, this is a very core functionality for the consensus algorithm. So right now, for example, if you look at Ethereum, they need like 10 minutes, or more technically speaking, it's like 2 epochs to finalize to confirm that transaction. And when you can feel it when you do some withdrawal or deposit in centralized exchange, and you can also feel it when you do some on-chain activity. It's like the latency is huge. So with single slot finality, we can finalize your transaction within a single block. It means that we can reduce several minutes to sub-second finality. Even we have like Ethereum scale of decentralization. To several minutes. So this is very important when you handle when you have a large volume, or you have large amount of money, and you need both decentralization and efficiency.
No, it makes sense. So, given we're a new chain, what advantages of, say, building this stuff in 2024 than, say, the challenge is that legacy chains, legacy layer ones, that built maybe 10 years ago? What are the key advantages of being able to build from scratch?
Well, I think right now it's first, compared to 10 years ago, first, we are in a pure proof of stake era. Second, I think it's more the ZK advancement. Before, I think even 2 years ago, we are unable to do that because we don't have a performant enough zero proof system that can enable this single slot finality. Especially, it's more on the how to verify those 1 million validators statement. How to deal with this 1 million validators. Okay. For classical chains, for other chains, it's fine because they don't have this amount of validators anyway. And if you aim to be a big chain, then you got to have a single slot finality because you have a huge amount of validators.
Yeah, no, when you're talking, I'm just thinking about scale, and so single slot finality, if kind of on-chain adoption goes where we think it will, do you believe this is an essential element for kind of, say, global? I don't think we're anywhere close to global adoption yet, but as blockchain grows, this seems like a very core element of infra that's needed.
Yeah, we need to have a fast transaction.
Yeah, speed. All right, man. Well, we'll do a lot more on this. I think, guys, TC and I are planning to talk to you a lot, and we will be breaking down as things happen and as products and infra are released. So, Tony, we might get you back in now to share a couple of questions with us from the community.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sam. And thank you guys for the insights there. It's obviously very, very exciting. Everything on the roadmap for 2025, and it's all going to be coming pretty hot and fast. Sam, I know you like to say we're 24/7, 7 days a week, and you guys definitely lead from the front. So it's going to be a really, really exciting year. I know we're all really excited for it. To the community, guys, like I mentioned before, inundated with questions, you guys, thousands of questions. I think we've got enough here probably to last us through the year. So I'm going to try and pick a couple that we can land on. Again, community, I do endeavor, and I even rolled some from last time. It was quite ambitious, but again, guys, we can't get to all of them, so I apologize, but keep them coming. We absolutely love it. So let's kick off. I think I've got a really good one to begin with for you, TC. This one's on the Virgo++ enhancement. So with the groundbreaking feats Expander has already achieved, for example, proving the Llama 3 8B in a matter of minutes, what new horizons or new heights is Expander looking to attain with the enhancement by Virgo++?
It's more mainly aimed for the single software entity, I think. So it will help the prover to handle much more complex circuit easier. It's basically Worker++ changed a little bit on the computation model underlying the prover, which makes the final program much more smaller and more efficient, especially for those blockchain operations or consensus operations. It's not too it's not like a very slight, so you can basically have a order of magnitude faster improvement, or for some very specific tasks like SHA-256 hash or the Blake hash, I believe. Yeah, I think we will use it in the final single software entity solution. Yeah.
That's great. Thank you so much for sharing, TC. We did have a few questions in that vein, so I hope that did clear it up for a lot of you guys who are asking. Okay, let's jump through here. I might shoot one over to you, Sam. We've got a question here, Sam. From what I saw in the roadmap, most implementations seem tech savvy. Will there be opportunities for newbies participating in the new tools, or are they primarily geared towards crypto tech experts?
Great question. Yeah, there's a lot actually for newbies. We're in the process of launching our EXP chain campaign site, which should be live hopefully later this week, early next week. So that will be basically a page that's focused around community campaigns and rewards with ecosystem partners. So, with EXP chain, we have AI plus gaming, AI plus finance, AI plus healthcare. We have all these different kind of verticals that will implement on chain and then come back to our community to give rewards and interact with our ecosystem. So that's one element. We have a lot of really cool stuff launching, so please check the Discord, our X and Telegram accounts for more updates there. Secondarily, we have products we're building, like the AI data and compute marketplace. So as TC touched on, if you have some computing power, you'll be able to basically interact and earn money. Also, just touching on our staking program, a lot of rewards and a lot of benefits from our developer tools and test nets will go back to stakers. So, just check out all that. And there's definitely a lot. We're trying to create a business that has literally no barrier to entry.
Awesome stuff. Obviously, yeah, a lot going on and a lot to touch on, but really exciting that anyone can get involved. And obviously, the industry is moving so quickly that no doubt there's going to be more and more opportunities springing up. And that is a question we see a lot on the community boards. We see it a lot in Discord, like how can I get involved? It's obviously very technical, it's infra, but yeah, super exciting that there's so much going on and so many verticals popping up that will really bring everybody into the fold. Right, I might shoot one back to you, TC. A little bit more to another technical one here. So on real world applications, what are the likely benefits as well as the challenges which implement EXP chain AI in the healthcare sector for patient data analysis?
Sure. I think it's most important. Most challenging part is for our AI integration, because AI itself doesn't only cover large language model is only a small part of the AI industry. No, it becomes it right now it's big, but it's small part in technically speaking. So we need to integrate other parts of the AI too. So we need to integrate more primitives, and we need to test more primitives. So how that's the hardest part we are going to experience. Um, if you only look at large language models, okay, then it should be easier. But if you look at a broader view, for example, if you look at the healthcare sector, they need more specialized AI agent, which involves way more different primitives. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much for that, TC. Guys, I've just got a few more questions here. I know we wanted to keep it a little bit more brief today. It is the first week back, and I know that you guys are really, really busy. Do you have time to answer a few more questions for us?
Yeah, shoot them away, man.
Cool. Okay, awesome. So, Sam, I've got another one here that's aimed specifically at you. So, does your project have a strategy planned for solid community formation?
Yeah, absolutely. Over the past few months, we've got to bring on some really great people actually to the community team. Highlighted by Mike Ferreira, who's our head of community. Mike comes across from Chainlink Labs, where he had a lot of experience building out the global community and interaction with ecosystems. So we're really grateful to have Mike, and he's already been implementing some great activities across our Telegram and Discord communities. We want to be doing a lot. We want to be doing a lot online. We want to be doing events globally. We have a robust ambassador program where I think we have 23 or 24 ambassadors, across from everywhere to Korea, to Australia, to the US, to Brazil. And it's really a global program. And as mentioned in my first question, we really want low barrier to entry stuff. We want people to learn with us. Being a research first business, I love going through the Discord and seeing people actually learning and growing with us. And it starts fundamentally with the community. So we're also open to ideas. The ambassadors are incredibly responsible and coordinated across Discord and Telegram. So if our community has any ideas on what we should be doing better, if they want to hold an event in their hometown, or we're open to it, man. I just want to see collaboration and make this a really exciting global business that everyone can be proud of.
Brilliant. Yeah, definitely dynamic team, and bringing Mike coming on board, and we've just seen a snowball with our community. There's new groups, different countries popping on every day. Obviously, our ambassadors are doing an amazing job, led by Mike. So yeah, really cool to see. And yeah, you touched on it, Sam. Like just everybody learning. I'm learning all the time in our community and on our Discord. So really great. Loving the community, and yeah, obviously really great incentives there too. I might shoot one back to you here, TC.
Mm-hmm.
This one is on decentralization strategy. So earlier on, we got info that ZKJ is going to be the token for EXP chain, and there won't be a new token. So please, can you clarify what the decentralization of EXP chain that's slated for Q4 2025 to Q1 of 2026, according to the roadmap?
Right. So according to the roadmap, I think it's the final deployment of our improved consensus, more like the single sign finality stuff, will happen in that phase. And after that, I think the consensus is more stable. Then we will have an exponential growth on a number of validators. And regarding on that problem, I think we will have a major milestone there, to finalize our blockchain, because the consensus will not change for a long while after that. Yeah, I think the short answer is we are finalizing the consensus there.
Cool. Thanks for that, TC.
Mhm.
So I'm just, again, there's thousands of questions here that I'm just sifting through, but I have had one that's just jumped out at me, Sam. It's quite short and punchy, and I think this is a great one for you. Why should I invest in your coin for long term?
Because TC and I are here.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
that's, I mean, why I'm involved. Why I'm involved. I look at TC and the co-founders and the greater team and just the technical talent. In Polyhedra is just unmatched. Second that with work ethic, I was laughing with one of the co-founders yesterday about just their commitment over the holidays to building, and it's just inspirational. I was talking to TC on New Year's Eve, and he was in a hotel room in Dubai or wherever he was, coding, developing our internal AI agent Rex, and that just fundamentally shows me the commitment to building. I also believe the kind of blockchain component of this, of what we know it now in terms of Web3 ecosystem. I'm not fond of that word, but for mainstream purposes, we're just getting started in terms of how we feel that our technology is going to affect, the internet. We're having discussions with Google and multiple other, big tech and more traditional internet companies on how they can utilize EXP and our other technical suite. We're really just getting started in terms of this roadmap is just almost like a ground zero moment for us, where we're incredibly aspirational. We have the right technical capabilities to achieve such ambition, and I believe we have the foundations of the right business team to be able to execute on a high level. So, I think I wouldn't be around if I didn't think that Polyhedra would be a company that can grow exponentially from this point. And I think it's great. We have so many early believers in us, in our community, that agree to that same sentiment.
Absolutely, man. And like I said before, you guys really do lead from the front. That's a really funny story about New Year's. I hadn't heard that one yet, but I feel like you guys are probably more busy than our community members firing these questions at me. It never stops. But yeah, no, it's
what
great.
Was that? 2,000 questions, huh?
2,000 questions. That was before the stream, actually. So I've just been trying to balance a few coming in for some of the live participants as well, but yeah, it is definitely a lot to sift through, and I'm not wanting to miss anything at the same time. So yeah, but definitely a lot going on. Again, we should probably wrap it up soon. I know that you guys said that you've got a very, very busy day ahead. Are you happy for one more question I can give to both of you?
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Okay, great. So I know that you guys have touched on this during the stream, but maybe for those who joined a little bit later at this point, you can just touch on how Polyhedra's 2025 roadmap is going to impact our partnerships, any of our collaborations, and our overall growth.
I guess I can answer that. TC's team, this is just a framework for developers to build with us. We're a dev-centric, builder-friendly community. So this roadmap is just all about giving the required tools to as many builders, specifically in AI, but also, ZK builders and anyone looking to build innovative tech, the actual toolkit to achieve their goals. So, that's what we think about. We think about what the market needs, how our research can apply that. And I think TC developing this roadmap has provided has really provided the outlook of what's happening now and where it's going in the future. And we do
Yeah,
today.
awesome.
We had a key announcement this morning with the Graph about our collaboration across AI indexing. So that's one of many coming in the next few weeks.
Exciting times at Polyhedra. And yeah, 2025 looking to be a huge year. To all the community members, you guys are non-stop with the comments. A lot of love just for you guys, Sam and TC. Obviously, every time everybody has loved this one. A lot of people saying it's the best one yet. Thanks for the information. Yeah, really great. And thank you, community members, for all the comments. Thank you for all of the questions. So many questions. I hope I got around to a few of yours. I know that a lot of you who submitted beforehand, the guys answered those questions throughout the stream. So I hope that you are happy and satisfied with that so far. But yeah, as Sam said, we're going to be doing this regularly. This will be a regular show, and you'll have plenty of opportunities to be asking all the team members all the questions. And as we roll out further, obviously there's going to be more announcements and there's developments every single day. So very exciting. I'm sure it's going to be a huge year ahead. Again, guys, community, keep it coming. Really appreciate each and every one of you. And thank you so much, Sam. Thank you so much, TC, you guys, for taking the time. And yeah, if you like any closing comments.
I just thank you for everyone for joining, and thank you for TC for articulating, taking me first and foremost, but everyone through the roadmap. We'll be back soon, and we have another show on Thursday coming up with some other team members. So please keep your eye out for that.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Yeah, thanks.
All right,
thanks everyone. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, TC, for taking the time. And yeah, looking forward to another busy and fun week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
thanks, guys.
See you later, guys. See you next time.
Have a great Tuesday, everyone.
See ya.
See you.